Sakshi
Hello,
Agarwal?
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Uh, I'm good too. Tell me, what brings you here? Like, from where
Um,
did you find out about this class?
so randomly I was scrolling Instagram and I found out about
Mm-hmm.
this class, free session. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
right now I am doing a professional course, a Bachelor's of Visual
Uh-huh.
Arts from ICG College
Mm-hmm.
in Rajasthan.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So I am totally into painting field and handwork. So, and
Mm-hmm.
also I am quite interested in caricatures and learning cartoon sketches, but I never
Mm-hmm.
got a chance to actually
Explore it.
attend a workshop and learn the basic of how to make
Okay.
caricature.
Mm-hmm.
So I always wanted to do this, and I found this opportunity. So I thought, why not give it a try? So that is
That's great. That's really a good brief. I was really looking forward for such a nice introduction, guys. Thank you so much, Sakshi. Thank you so much. Now everyone knows you. You're good to go. So even I'm a fine artist. So I've been practicing the same, like my traditional art for more than 5 years now. So
yes, sir.
definitely after that, you're definitely go. After this session, I hope you will be master at caricature. So just pay attention and enjoy.
Thank you so
Okay.
much, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
I hope. Okay. Now, before getting into the part, I hope you all have the materials in front of you. The materials listed for this caricature workshop were just pencil, paper, and an eraser. Okay. So, from your side, that's all we're going to need. Why am I screening and using my desktop? Because I want to show you a few image reference and then create its caricature. That will be much better to be drawn by when we have images side by side. Okay, so for teaching, that will be much more convenient for me, and for learning, that will be much more at better understanding for you guys. That is why I'm using desktop. From your side, all I'm going to need is just a paper, pencil. In case that we go wrong, we'll need an eraser. That's it. Now, what are we going to learn in today's session? In today's session, we are going to practice two things. One, how to draw a cartoon from imagination, and two, how to draw from image reference. Okay, so let's split this whole curriculum in two parts. One, imagination, two, with reference. So I hope you all have your materials in front of you. So grab your pencils. Before getting into the caricature part, let's do a small, quick warm up. Okay. I want you all to draw search strokes, random strokes, overlap them, scribble, create circles, shapes, zigzag lines, straight lines. Give a good rhythmic movement to your hand. This activity just allows you to gain a confidence on your line. For example, I have seen a lot of artists, okay, practicing their lines or drawing the straight lines like this. Are you one of these artists? Come on, tell me. Do you also practice drawing your lines like this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
buddy.
sir.
This definitely might give you a result, okay? But as a long run artist, if you are looking forward to aspire some bigger dreams and achieve more in this particular field, to gain that skill, acquire that skill, I'll suggest this is a red flag. This is a huge red flag in long run. Try to draw your lines in one go. Okay.
Okay.
Now, how this is going to help you? Okay. Now, how is this going to help you? Now, for example, if I keep on drawing one small circle, okay, one circle like this, this might give me the result. But tell me which one is much quick.
The second one.
The second one. Why? Because it is in one complete stroke. Try to
Yeah.
gain that confidence on your line. That is why this particular exercise which we carry on, like, just to scribble, to create some strokes, give the movement to your hand. It gains and helps you to get that confidence on your line. And in caricature, in cartoon designing, confidence of line is very, very, very important. So, guys, make this note or practice this thoroughly until and unless you feel quite confident about your lines. Okay. Now,
Sure.
along with this, we'll keep on, like, you guys can keep on scribbling and we can take one more introduction. Come on, who would like to introduce themselves quickly?
Yeah, this is Kamal Khan from Chandigarh.
Hi, Kamal Khan. How are you, buddy?
I'm fine. How about you, sir?
Okay. I'm good. I'm good too. So,
Um,
how's the winter in Chandigarh?
Winter in Chandigarh. It's now about over that winter.
Okay, the winter season is almost coming to end. Okay.
Yeah, coming to add. So, I'm also working as an art instructor in a school.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, you might be already very fond of and known about this caricature whole thing, right?
I just know about the caricature, but I'm
Uh-huh.
not able to draw these caricatures. I was just
Mm-hmm.
looking for a person who's good at this field. One of my friend is very
Not.
good in this field, but he
Mm-hmm.
has to go from Chandigarh to Hyderabad. He is not having time to
Oh, okay. Not a problem. Bit
right.
class has a solution, right? Bit class
When
will,
I'm
you
when
can
I'm
get
taking
anything
my
in bit class.
classes,
Mm-hmm.
when I'm taking my classes from 6 to 8 standard, there are many students those who are asking me, so what is
Oh.
caricature?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
You
got
can
that.
explain, okay, this is caricature. When
Yes.
ask me how to draw,
Uh-huh.
right?
Correct. Correct.
Then that I'm feeling that difficulty. Basic
Mm-hmm.
steps. I'm just telling as you're saying, key scribble like the freehand drawing
Mm-hmm.
and circular shape,
Mm-hmm.
random lines. This part is fine. When you are
Yeah.
coming from the actual part,
Uh-huh.
that
Just
that
in a
I'm
minute.
on myself.
Yeah. Okay. Just in a minute, we are going to the caricature part. So now, let's, on your demand, let's get straight into the caricature part. Okay. So,
Mhm.
what is caricature? I I hope a lot of people in this, like, there are 63 participants in this room. Okay. So I don't know whether all of you guys know what is the definition of caricature. Few are just new to this concept, but we are going to start learn about this caricature thing from the scratch. Okay. Right from the definition of it. So now, can anyone just tell me what is caricature? Your perception. I would like to know your kind of definition. Just comment down the chat. Definitely. Just uh, Roland Jr. asked me which what is this app, sir? I am using Autodesk Sketchbook, buddy. Yes, Krishna, it's right. Funny drawings. Okay, Niva says funny way to draw human faces. Preeti, okay, cool. More, more. I want more definitions. Like anyone, or should I just
Yeah, sir.
hey?
You explain.
Okay, cool. So, caricature, drawing that are not very symmetrical or realistic. Good caricature is one type of portrait with more stretched facial features. Stretched facial features. Almost there, Shweta. Anshul Singh, animated character design, correct. Funny fictional characters, absolutely. So, guys, now pay attention. You guys can drop your pencils and just pay attention at this lecture. Now, what is caricature? Caricature is an art form in which unique features of your subject are exaggerated and drawn using simple strokes. This is a wholesome definition of caricature. Now, we don't need to get into the whole, we don't need to just, by heart the whole definition to learn all this. No, let's just focus on four major points of this definition. First is subject. Second, unique features. Third, exaggeration. And last is the most important is simple strokes. Understood? So just keep these 4 points in your mind, and you're good to start with your caricature. Now, first, we are going to learn from imagination. Then we will go to the reference part. Now, creating anything from imagination needs your own creativity. And each and every artist have their own levels of creativity, right? Now, I can be creative at one particular thing, but Anshul might be way beyond me in some another. Okay. The same way, Janvi can be much more creative while drawing something else, and I won't be there. So each and every person's creativity is defined by their own choice and their own imagination. Now, how to draw it? And first thing that you need to do is pick a subject. Now, what was the like first point among these four things? Subject. So before drawing any caricature from imagination or a cartoon from imagination, you need to pick up your own subject. Okay. Now, as a subject, I'll choose a boy. Now, tell me, if I want to draw a boy, I have to draw a normal human face, correct?
Yes.
I'll show normal hairstyle, hairs, face cut, normal eyes. Now, these are the features, right? These are the basic features of any human face: nose, eyes, mouth, and ears, correct?
Yeah.
Now, this is quite simple. You will say this particular drawing or this cartoon to be very simple. Now, how can you turn this into much more creative and interesting cartoon? By exaggerating one of its feature. Now, this like eyes, nose, and mouth. Now, all these features are quite in proportion. I can say are quite in proportion to each other. They are not something too big or too small. Then what we're gonna do is we are going to exaggerate one particular feature of this character. Now, this is my subject. I'll take the same subject so that as I'll be able to show that how a simple difference, a simple exaggeration can make much more interesting cartoon. Now tell me, what feature should I exaggerate in this particular cartoon?
Nose.
Okay, a nose and ears. Okay, let's do that. Now,
Mhm.
exaggeration means all I'm going to do is just enlarge the size or I will reduce the size. Let's see. Now, as in ears, I'll show him with big ears. Okay, I just drawn this big ears and I'll show the same eyes for that matter, but this time I'll show a big round nose. Tell me how I develop a different character. Okay, subject is same. Subject is still a boy. Okay, but the character is different. Just by exaggerating one or two features, I can completely change the character. Now, for in the same case, if I just go and try to show small eyes, you know, एकदम small eyes, completely a different character, as you can see. This is how, from imagination, you can create n numbers of permutation combinations. Like Wait, I'll show again. Isn't it simple, guys? Like to just create anything, pick up a subject, make sure you add its features, and in that feature, just twist, turn, or exaggerate a little bit. That's it. See, the face cut and everything we are still keeping the same. But in this one, I'll show big eyes and maybe a small nose, a small nose, and a small mouth again. Completely changed the character. Now, this one, and this one. All these three characters are different from each other. They appear to be different, but how simple it was to create different characters, isn't it? Now, this was particular scene. Just imagine how much permutation combinations you guys can create if you are trying different combinations. Like for example, in one case, you can just exaggerate the eyes, small nose, big mouth, okay? Then big ears, small eyes, very large mouth, and again, a normal nose. Boom. Again, you'll have a new character. So this is something to explore. Okay. Now we can go on and keep on drawing different combinations, and 1 hour will be gone. We don't have that much time. So I'll leave it up to you guys. Explore your own creativity, and as much as you can create these new features in drawing. Okay. Now, the most important part is not just the head. We are also supposed to learn how to draw a body from imagination, right? So, what I'll be drawing one character and we'll be learning head to body ratio. Now, according to your subject, how can you stylize your subject's body? Now, can anyone guess which character I'm drawing?
Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, this is Johnny Bravo, right? Now, what was the subject of Johnny Bravo? Johnny Bravo was shown a muscular guy, right? A bulky, muscular guy. But have you observed? Try to observe it from a creator's perspective. Have you observed that his body shape or his body's proportion was bigger than his head? Okay. Now, ultimately, he appears to be big. If your body proportion is bigger than your head, your character appears to be muscular, big guy, a fat guy. But in the another,
Sir, you're on mute.
but in a different case.
People have already started guessing in the chat box.
That's great. So what is this? Like anybody knows this character?
Didi.
Yep, it's Didi. Didi from
Dexter's
Dexter's
sister.
Laboratory. Correct? Now, if you remember Didi, she was shown super skinny. As a creator, what the trick what was the trick that he played? The head proportion was bigger to its body proportion. Big head, small body. Correct. Correct, Krishna. Isn't it simple to create cartoons now? The way you want it, if you want to show a fat guy, what will be the rule? Bigger body, small head. If you want to show a skinny guy or a thin guy, what will be the rule? Small body, big head. Simple. So developing these characters in today's, even in today's date, like these rules are used. For example, Motu Patlu. Like nowadays, kids will relate it quite often. Like Motu Patlu were one of the famous cartoons right now, and in that cartoon also the same rule is applied. Okay, so you guys can also do it. You guys can create your own characters, your own cartoons from your imagination. In DD also, they tried to show big eyes, okay, and small nose. So this is something which you can also develop. Okay, this is just something that we learned right now, and both these scenarios are applied at once. You are good enough to create your own cartoon via your own creativity. Now, moving on to the most important part. I know a lot of people have been asking me, like, sir, I get confused. What subject should I choose? Like, I don't know what to start, where to start with. Okay, you teach me that how to draw cartoons, different shapes, and explore it. But I don't know which subject should I choose. Guys, your subject is always around you. Okay, in this existing world, art is always inspired from something that you see, something that you hear. Okay, so make sure that you observe the world around you. Good. Get your own subject. Now, for example, have you seen Tom and Jerry? Like, I hope a lot of kids, like in this room, everyone has seen Tom and Jerry, right? So Tom and Jerry is again a reference from this real world. Tom is a cat, Jerry is a mouse. The creator decided to create it right from the real world reference. But now, tell me, have you ever seen a cat with red nose and a blue body?
It's Augie.
Yeah, it's Augie. Correct. But tell me, how you know that it is a Augie? Like, the creator never said that it is a cat, but you guessed it correct. How? Why will you
Because we
believe
have
that
seen
this
it
particular
earlier in
thing
the
is a
cartoon.
cat? Huh?
Because we have seen it earlier in the cartoon.
Yeah, we have seen this earlier in the cartoon, but how did the creator of that cartoon particularly made you believe it's Augie?
Details of cartoon.
The details.
Because of the specific ears and tail.
Yeah, correct. The specification, the unique feature, right? Now, if just imagine if this Augie was shown with human hand or maybe wings, will you call this a cat? No. But it was shown with proper paws, right? A tail, the whiskers, the, the mustache, then the ears. Now, all these things resembles to a cat. That's why your brain knows that it is a cat. You can also explore your creativity. The creators of Tom and Jerry and the creators of Augie made sure that they are showing the unique features correctly, but explore them in their own creativity. Tom is shown gray, Augie is shown blue. In the same case, not only just a cat, but Anything that surrounds you can inspire you to create a cartoon. For example, if you know Bob the Builder, even the vehicles of Bob, the vehicles from this real world reference were turned into a cartoon in that cartoon show. Then Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, animals are often used as a cartoon reference.
Oswald.
Oswald, then Donald Duck, Goofy the dog, Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, then what not, right? The whole Jungle Book series, each and everything was shown as a cartoon. In the same way, you guys can also create. The only thing that hinders or stops you from creating a cartoon is just basic technicality to explore. Once you know the technique, you are good to explore. Okay, so I will suggest keep on exploring, keep on sketching this area, and not just this, but we all together are going to learn and apply. Sorry, we are going to apply all the techniques that we learned till now. Okay, from last 20 minutes, whatever we were learning, we are going to create our own cartoon. Now, I want you all to suggest me a subject. Okay, and I'm going to create it here for you all. Come on, suggest me a subject, but that subject should not be there existing on the cartoon platform. Like, don't tell me to draw Chota Beam or don't tell me to draw Batman.
A
All
wafer packet.
okay, a wafers packet, but a wafers packet will be very constricting subject. I won't be able to show a lot of it to that particular thing. Rather than an object, let's go for a living thing. How about a living thing?
A dog.
What about
Okay.
yeah? What about a woman holding a flower pot?
My daddy right you.
Okay, we can go with a dog or a girl. Okay, we'll go with a woman. Fine. Now, describe this woman doing something. Okay, come on. Holding a pot. Fine. But I'm here to create a cartoon, not just a sketch. Let's dive more deep into the second portion, which was unique features. What will identify what will be the character of this woman? Come on, tell me. Is she fat, thin,
Short hair.
tall, short, what? Whatever. Come on, I'm listening.
Fatty, little bit,
Okay, a fat, little
and
bit.
short hairs.
Okay, short,
The
sure. Now, if I'm drawing a woman, okay, she's
You
tall
tell about
and fat.
you.
Now, if she's okay, now
short
I know what
hairs
I'm going to
also
draw. Okay,
can.
short hairs.
Maggie hair.
Little bit hairs like
Curly
Chinese cut
hair.
with fringes.
Okay. Now, what about her dress? What about her dress? Come on, guys. I would like to know that.
Something Western.
Okay, something Western. Red dress. Okay, someone just suggested red dress,
Yeah, frock
but
types.
we aren't going to. Yeah, okay, a frock types. Okay, red dress, maybe a frock, we can say. Now, what is she doing basically? First thing I gotta know is first we decided the subject, then we looked after her characteristics, her body shape, her characteristics. Then we went for more unique characteristics like short hair, curly, the frock she's wearing, and everything. Now I want to give her a particular verb, basically an action. What is she doing? Is she just standing or
Maybe talking to someone.
okay, maybe talking to someone? Rose in her hand, good. I can show that. Rose in the hand. Cool. So let's do that. Now this is particularly my subject for cartoon, and I'm going to create it accordingly by the rule. If she's short, okay, and if she's fat, what will be her body proportion to its head? Head to body ratio क्या होगा?
Head would be smaller than the body.
Head would be smaller than the
Body.
body, right? Like this. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now let's dive into it completely. Once I know that I have measured my proportions, I will play only in this. I will try to draw only in this proportion. Okay. Now, according to her hair, how are her hair? Short,
Bangs
right?
with short length.
Yeah, bangs with short hair,
What is short?
like this.
Yep.
Now, if she's fat, her face will be chubby.
Chubby. Yes.
So, draw a chubby face. What about her eyes? If she's a girl, okay, and I can show her wearing some eyeliner like this, just drawing a simple curve. Her nose and her lip. Okay. So this is particularly my facial cut, like face of the cartoon. Now I'm supposed to draw her whole body,
Body.
and her body will be bigger than her
Body.
head. Now, if she's short, and okay, so she was wearing a frock, right? So we can show her something like this, wearing a frock. And she was holding a flower, a rose, maybe. Showing her wearing the heels. Simple. We created our cartoon very simply by just using simple strokes. Now understood why the strokes are important, because it looks good. If it isn't drawn within strokes or lines, it looks more like an line art and not like a caricature. We are here to create cartoons and caricature. That is why drawing this is very important. Okay, the strokes where you get one thin line, starting from thin line, a thick one, and ends with a thin. If I just draw a straight stroke, that will be completely a line drawing. So practice this. As I said, the first activity which we were doing, the scribble one, that is the most important to acquire confidence on your strokes. Now, I hope you all understood and enjoyed the imaginative part. I will be handing over all these techniques to you all so that you can explore your own creativity. Okay? So I want you all to create more and more caricatures and cartoons
So you're not audible.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, now you're audible.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So now we are moving to the most awaited part of this whole entire session, as I know that you all have seen things on Instagram where random artists, caricature artists, make people sit in front of them and try to draw their candid caricatures, like just from image references, correct? You might have seen this, even the celebrities getting their pictures caricatured by cartoonists and everything. Or maybe in Bombay Times or news magazines, you might have seen politicians getting their and their caricatures are drawn
Yes,
in the
sir.
most funniest way, correct? So how do they do it? Like, what is the skill that they know regarding that? No matter what they draw or how funnier they make, you're still able to recognize that whom they are drawing. For example, you might have seen Amitabh Bachchan's caricature, you might have seen Narendra Modi's caricature. Now both are cartoon. How can you distinguish ye kiska hai karke? Because of the
Features.
character, yeah, because of the features and the characters that they have shown. Exactly. Now, how to do that? I have picked a particular uh, reference for you all, someone whom you all know quite well. Okay.
Harry Potter.
Yep. A Harry Potter. Now, why Harry Potter? It is much more interesting and it has many unique features, to be honest, and you all know it. Like, he's universally famous. So let's draw Harry Potter. Now, drawing from reference needs a less of creative imagination, but a lot of creative observation. Okay, please note this down. Drawing, if you're drawing from reference, make sure that you observe your subject very well, thoroughly. अच्छे से उसको observe करना होता है, कोई भी subject हो. Okay, no matter what, if I'm drawing Anchal here, I'll be observing her more time than the time I'm investing to draw her. Because the more I'll observe, the more I'll able be to precise to bring her character in my caricature. Okay, let's do this. Now let's observe Harry Potter's face. What is the most significant part of Harry Potter? Come on, tell me. Like, what are the unique features? Let's list them down one by one. Okay,
Specs.
The
specs.
spectacles.
Yeah, and just the glasses, or you can say round glasses, right? Round glasses. The scar is important. His hairstyle, correct? Now try to observe much more keenly about his nose. How is his nose? A small nose. Then what about his lips? Very thin lips. Then what about his hair? His hair splits from between, right? So one by one, all we're gonna do is just list it. See, first